All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays, coming to you live this Friday morning before markets open. And this is August 14th. And let's go straight to the charts. Really, no announcements. No one's complaining about YouTube ads. So that means that's resolved. But the scripts are not out yet. We're still working on those. I'm going straight to the charts. It's the hyperwave look. I can always adjust it. Let's see if we get this breakout. This is what I'm mostly going to talk about today. Here is the weekly chart. Let me make sure that everything is working on the screen share. My YouTube is still loading. I can't wait to get a new computer. I hope that happens sometime this year. I showed you guys in the last video what computer I want. And I don't really want to spend $3,000 on a different computer and then have to spend $4,000 on that computer. So we wait. There's only so much money I'm willing to spend on my equipment. I also don't want to set up another computer. My mental capacity for setting up a computer and like redoing applications and all that stuff is like once every 2 to 3 years. I'm not gonna, have 2 laptops. That's insane. All right, looks like we're working. Okay, so here we are on a weekly scale, and it's looking good. It's a bit of a reversal candle right there. But so far, so good. It's Friday, and as long as this candle closes in its vicinity of 11,600 or higher, there's really nothing to be too concerned about. So the weekly chart looks okay. What about the daily chart? On the daily chart, last night we drew this triangle. And we actually touched the top of that, came close to touching the top of that triangle. Technically I should draw that triangle a smidge higher. Technically. Even if I do it like that, it still looks cleaner. Because now we're not breaking any of the rules. We're not breaking any of the candle bodies. And that also means the breakout's happening a little bit later, and it could go a little bit higher. So that's how you play it safe. So I do like this ascending triangle. I'm a big fan of that. And remember, I drew this arrow to 14K back here, and that still looks pretty good. That still looks on track so far. So there's not much to say about the daily picture other than we look good. I mean, here's the last time we had an ascending triangle, and that broke out beautifully. Then we had the symmetric triangle, that broke out, and now we have another ascending triangle. Let's see if it breaks out. If this triangle breaks out, that's going to be huge. Going back to 14,000 is very, very important. Here's the 4-hour look. The 4-hour look is in my no trade zone. That's pretty much the same line. It's a little bit higher than the ascending triangle line. Ascending triangle line, I believe, is closer to that top. I could lower the breakout line at this point, because if we break above 11.9, that's good enough for me. That's close enough to 12,000. So I can start to lower this tighten this no trade zone, because Bitcoin's going to break one way or another. Let me just move my microphone here a little bit without totally screwing everything up. Okay. All right. Here's the GBTC look. GBTC isn't trading right now. The premium is still, it's not that high actually. 16% is not that high. I gotta decide if, I mean, I'm still holding a bunch of GBTC and QBTC, but I gotta decide how confident I am about this breakout, whether I'm gonna buy more GBTC or not later today. Bitcoin mining should be doing very well, especially the moment we break out, because right now mining should be pretty damn profitable. Bitcoin dominance isn't doing so good, mostly because Ethereum has pumped and scams like Chainlink are now number 5 on CoinMarketCap. Oh, I wonder if I can grab that image. Hold on one second, guys. Let me see. I tweeted this out a long time ago, but I want to see if I can find this image real quick. It's I did God, a lot of hours of work on that one to find. I couldn't find them all. There are so many more, but man, what would I have named it? I need the screenshot handy. Oh, here. Is that it? No, that's not it. Damn. It's going to suck looking for things on. Oh, here it is. I think. I wonder if I can put it in my. I can. Oh, beautiful. So I kind of went back and I tried to find the most insane shit coins that have made it to the top 5 of CoinMarketCap. So here we have Aurora coin at number 3, but it did go to number 2 at the time. It's just that with CoinMarketCap, they only give you a once a week snapshot historically going backwards. They don't give it to you on a daily basis. So sometime around the beginning of March 2014, Aurora coin did beat Litecoin for number 2 because the price of Aurora coin went to $100 a token. And it was number 2 on CoinMarketCap. You can see right here, Cork was number 5. Peercoin was number 4. Omni was number 4. I mean, you can see the insanity. Spain coin was number 5. Aphrodite coin, who remembers that one? That was number 5. And look, Aurora coin is still at number 3. Like it wasn't like it didn't like it spiked to number 2 for like a day, but it stayed in the top 5 for weeks. You can see how here it is at number 3, and then number 4, and then number 3. So it's not like it got there and didn't move. I mean, it was there for like a month, in hovering around the top 5. Here is the next in the top 5. Dash was there for a while. Next was number 3. Look at that. Doge was in the top 5. So was BitShares. MadeSafe. Oh God. Like you can go through the Paycoin. Paycoin made it to number 3. The creator of that went to prison soon after. Let's see what else we got here. Ethereum launches, and it pretty much goes immediately into the top 5, and it stayed there. Here is number 2. The DAO. Actually, Ethereum launched earlier, but it eventually made it to the top 5, and it's been there ever since. The DAO made it to number 5. That was awesome before that went to 0. And Steam made it to number 3. Holy shit. Steam made it to number 3. By the way, I don't even have them all. This took ridiculous amount of work, and I probably missed a bunch. Monero was in the top 5. NEM was in the top 5. IOTA, what a disaster that is. Bitcoin Gold was in the top 5, for God's sakes. And Cardano's been in the top 5, being back in 2017 as well. Bcash ain't getting back. Bcash was number 3, and that is now a disaster. It was number 3 for a while. Stellar was there. EOS made it. And then you have a couple of notable mentions that made it to number 6. And I need to get BitConnect. BitConnect made it to number 6. I have a screenshot of that. but it wasn't on the week of the snapshot. But I need to, but I have it. I got lucky and I took my own screenshot on a day where BitConnect made it to number 6. It might have made it to number 5. I just didn't catch the screenshot. And DigixDAO and Banks, and there were so many others. God, the amount of garbage that has made it to the top 5 of CoinMarketCap is really, really incredible. So Chainlink being in the top 5 doesn't mean anything. It's basically like the DAO being in the top 5 or Paycoin being in the top 3. It really doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. All right. So what are we talking about? Oh, yeah. I don't even want to look at a chart of Ethereum. The problem is, and there are some good articles you can reference. See, Ethereum has a big problem in that Ethereum was designed to process a lot of transactions, but it can't process a lot of transactions because it can't scale. And if the value of Ethereum rises, the transactions of Ethereum go up in price, which is not what Ethereum wants to happen. So, and economically, Ethereum is nonsense, but eventually people will figure that out. So here's gold. Gold is pulling back a little today. So it's no surprise that Bitcoin is kind of stuck there. I don't have an opinion on gold right now. If gold goes back below 1920, then it's probably going to have a bigger pullback. But if gold continues to go up, then it's going to break all-time highs. So this is the area where I don't really try to trade it. I like trading the breakout. I like trading this area. I took the gold trade back here. I took the gold trade back there when it was breaking out above, 1650. So this is the area where I don't like to trade it because I don't know if it's a secondary top about to go lower or we're about to go to new all-time highs. But when we break the all-time high, I'm confident we're going higher. Guys, I've never held Ethereum. I have no interest in holding Ethereum. I'm happy holding my Bitcoin. The reason why so many people are upset that, oh my God, I didn't become a billionaire, is because most of them just don't know what they're doing. And I have always been comfortable holding on to my Bitcoin. I've never had an issue with that. I've never felt like I missed out on the Ethereum billions and gazillions. I never felt that way. I knew why I held Bitcoin. I still know why I will never hold Ethereum. And that's it. And the same goes for every other shitcoin. I have no interest in speculating in shitcoins because I think they're bad. My view on Ethereum has never changed. And eventually I'll get to say I told you so, but as you may see a quote in a recent publication coming up, because I'm always getting email to do quotes for publications. I said, my biggest problem since in my 7 years in crypto has been underestimating human stupidity. That's basically been my biggest downfall in the crypto space. I constantly underestimate how dumb people are. Can you take a look at lumber? Sure, maybe. So here's the S&P. The S&P is holding steady. The market opens in about 15 minutes. And we'll see what it does. One last thing I want to take a look at is the daily Bitcoin chart. I want to see the BitMEX funding rate. And that's starting to favor the bears. So be a little bit careful here. By the way, speaking of BitMax, did you, someone tweeted at me, oh yeah, we have to look at the rune. Man, we're getting dangerously close to that 50 mark. Dangerously close. We need that breakout. I would hang in there. Like if I was long Bitcoin, I'd stay long right now. Even if this drops below 50 to like 45, I would still stay long as the red is all the way at 0. If the red was starting to creep up, I would reconsider. But as long as the red's at 0, I would hang in there a little bit, because once we break 12,000, this thing is going back to 100%. If you know how this indicator, if you know the math behind the indicator, you understand. Yeah. I mean, if you break down to the downside, this is why God created stop losses, right? I like to make that joke. I know people get very upset when I say that. So there's nothing wrong with buying Bitcoin when it's overbought, if you do it right. Like, let's go to Twitter. One of these days, I'm going to stick a cursor right there and like a bunch of porn is going to show up. No, I'm kidding. I'm careful what I Google on my computer, because I know I'm going to stick a cursor here and like my last 8 searches are going to show up. So if you go to Ugly Old Goat, so here, so here's a spreadsheet where he does a spreadsheet for dollar cost average, and it's a very, very simple dollar cost average, and he purposely picks the top. He picks the very, very top. So here he is picking the very top of the 2017 bubble. So if the first time you ever bought Bitcoin was on December 15th, 2017, so he's doing once a month. So he's picking the 15th day of every single month and investing $500 into Bitcoin. So if you started on the worst possible day in the last 3 years, what am I saying? The worst possible day in the last 3 years. That's right, 2.5 years. And you bought your first Bitcoin buy was at $17,600. Here's how much you would have today if you spent $500. So you would have spent $16,000 on Bitcoin at $500 a month, and today you would have $21,381. That's not a bad return. That is a return of about 30% in 2.5 years. And by the end of this year, this will probably be a bigger return. Okay. And that's if you pick the worst possible day. A lot of people like to pick the best possible day, which is like here somewhere, 3,200. But he picks the worst possible day. So he has another image where, because he started doing this before the 2017 bubble. So here he is picking the worst prior day to the 2017 bubble top. And this is him picking the 2013 top, which is January 15th. So you picked the worst day to start your $500 dollar cost average being January 15, 2014. If you were a Bitcoiner by January 15, 2014, this is what you could have done. You could have invested $500 into Bitcoin for dollar cost average. You would have by now you would have invested, well, next month it would be $40,000 into Bitcoin, and you would have almost 500,000, almost $500,000 in Bitcoin right now. So that's what would have happened if you dollar cost average. So when you say buying into Bitcoin at the top is stupid, it depends on how you buy into Bitcoin at the top. If you are buying into Bitcoin at the top with an intention to dollar cost average, from that point on, you have pretty much been in profit every time. So it depends. All right, guys, let's take a look at some of your questions. I don't know if I have anyone doing questions for me today, but I guess I can tell I kind of want to be here for market open, but at the same time, I kind of have a lot of shit to do. Going proof of stake aims lowering inner costs for better utility. It also means more centralization, more utility, less money, properties for an underlying asset. Ethereum competes with EOS, which is centralized to 21 nodes. I agree. Ethereum competes with EOS. Ethereum competes with, well, Cardano is coming up. Ethereum competes with Liquid as well. That's Ethereum's competition. It's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't compete with Ethereum. BitMEX doesn't care. Sorry, BitMEX doesn't care. Bitcoin doesn't care. I saw BitMEX in the thing. BitMEX going KYC. That's right. I heard about that. BitMEX is going KYC. Let me go back to screen share here. Yeah, so I saw someone sent me their what do you call it? Bulletin. Oh, somebody wanted lumber. So, yeah, guys, hey, if you want to support, please check out the affiliate page. The affiliate page is a way you can support without actually paying for the support of this YouTube channel. If you use any of these companies, if you're interested in, charting or VPN services, Embly Card should be back for registrations soon, very soon. When the new website launches. I gotta have Joe on to talk trader. These are your exchanges. Check your jurisdiction. LVL, unlimited trading, US regulated. These are not US regulated, so you can't be a US resident. 3 commas is social trading. And then these are basically friends of mine, so I support them. All right. Let's look at some assets. Lumber. I gotta have lumber. Is LBS lumber? There it is. Oh boy. Well, it's not ready to top yet. Whoa. Why is lumber so expensive? Wow. I didn't see that coming. That's a hell of a bull run. Let me see the weekly chart. Oh, yeah, that's ready to top soon. Oh, wow. Looks like it's ready to top now this week. This is the week. So this is a double top on the MRI, but the candle is not scary yet. So there might be a swing high next week, And I have no idea how to trade lumber. I'm sure there's a futures market somewhere. I have no idea how leveraged it is. The lumber futures could be leveraged 85,000 to 1. Like the more crazy your asset is, the more leveraged it tends to be. Because like no one just buys like 3 pieces of wood, right? So like the lumber market could be incredibly leveraged because you're buying wood for a construction project. So these things could be ridiculously leveraged. I mean, oil is leveraged 1,000 barrels per contract. So when oil is $100 and you have 1,000 barrels, it's basically leveraged 100 to 1. So we should keep an eye on this. I'm very curious how this MRI top is going to resolve. Hopefully I can release the indicator soon. See, here's an MRI top that worked out really well. This one worked out pretty well. I mean, yes, we made a slightly lower low pretty soon after. So a lot of them are not that easy to trade. But this run-up has been very substantial. And it's definitely in due for a pullback. What about the monthly? Right there. This is how I envision it. You see how you had an MRI top, but the candle was this straight up no wick at the top candle. And that's why this candle is not a big issue. Oh, I want to put tone volume on this. Where's tone's volume? Do I not have it here? Oh, there it is. Right. So here's why I created my own volume, is because you see this this candle right there that marks the top. It has a green volume bar, but on tone's volume, it has a red volume bar telling you that it's a bearish sign. The following candle, however, had a green bullish bar, unlike that one, which I know why that is, but this would have been my indication to get out. So I can envision something similar happening next week or next month. You know, we fly up and then we come back down. But the month isn't over yet. We still have, the month actually just started. So this month could still be a big pullback month because of the weekly. This is a very good. I gotta remember to keep an eye on that. I always forget. Like the next time I look at lumber, it's gonna be like way down here, like in 3 years, and I'd be like, oh shit, that was a good top. We're gonna find out. I mean, I wouldn't trade it. I mean, I don't trade weird things like that. Man, people just don't understand that Bitcoin is more about finance than it is about technology. Gold or gold miners ETF? It's up to you, really. I mean, you guys got to find that video that Tyler Jenks did about miner ETFs. I just go into gold. I don't. It depends how much time you have to research or to manage your trades. MicroStar International. Never heard of it. Yeah, so if I can't find it, then I can't pull it up. Don't see it. Sorry. What are your thoughts on price of cars actually increasing in the future because of the cost of materials going up because they are sourced internationally and COVID shut everything down? It can. At the same time, people have less money to buy cars, so the price of cars will go down. Also, I know I am less likely to use public transportation because of the not even that I'm scared of COVID, is because I don't want to deal with getting kicked off the bus for not wearing a mask. So more people are going to want to drive in cars than deal with the inconvenience of what Biden wants to do, mandatory national masks. So it's like it's mandated by federal law to wear a mask, which is insane. If the US mandates to wear a mask federally, I will probably move. I mean, like I'm looking for a reason I need a real reason to get rid of the US passport. I already have, well, let me not talk about my, I'm not going to look at stocks on a Taiwanese exchange, guys. Well, once I have my, if I ever start the private, if I ever start the private Zoom sessions, maybe. Yeah, no, Biden's insane. But here's the thing, right? Everyone is going nuts about how awesome Kamala Harris is. If she's so awesome, why isn't she running for president and Biden vice president, right? Why is everyone so high on the vice president? I know Biden might not last 4 years if he gets elected, so there's a higher probability that she will become president. But if she's so great, why is she not the presidential candidate? Why is she the vice president? It's like, imagine you're running a company and everyone talks about how amazing the VP under the CEO is. like what the hell is that? Like if the VP is so good, they should be the CEO. And they wouldn't even be the VP, right? You're a VP, and then you're a managing director, and then you're an executive director. Like if the executive director under the CEO is so great, why is he not the CEO? All right, guys, markets are open. Let's go take a look. So we are pulling back here a little bit. Wow, we're still not ready to break that all-time high. We're so close. We are so close. Do I worry at all about Tether? Absolutely not. I don't worry about Tether because I don't have any Tether. So if Tether implodes, if Tether blows up, it means a lot of dumb companies that are holding Tether would also blow up. And in addition, as Tether is blowing up, there's going to be a mass flight to quality out of Tether. So you will sell Tether at 50 cents on the dollar. And what are you going to buy with Tether? Obviously, you're going to buy Bitcoin. So if Tether was to, if there was a rumor that Tether is about to blow up, that can triple the price of Bitcoin virtually overnight. So no, I am not concerned about Tether at all. So let's look at gold now that the market's open. If I was holding Tether, yeah, I'd be concerned, but I'm not. I don't have any Tether. So not much more to say, guys. I'm looking at your comments here. Well, of course, well, this DeFi stuff is insane. I was reading about yield farming, and it is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in the crypto space. And I've seen a lot of dumb shit. Trust me. Canaan. Is Canaan breaking out today? Oh. Is Bitcoin dominance worrying? Not really. Whoa. No, that's not Canaan. That's still lumber. What's going on? About to say, damn. Did Canaan just really rally? I wasn't looking at the price. I was looking at the Canaan's not rallying. That's the weekly chart. Let's look at the daily. It's okay. Hey, you can still get it on sheep, I guess. Hey, you're welcome, Jukan. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance a different way. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Here's the thing about Bitcoin dominance. If you look at CoinMarketCap, and I said this a long time ago, it's not about, look, these shitcoins you can just create them. Where it becomes concerning, and in the future, this won't be an issue. Remember, Ethereum is going to fork when it goes to proof of stake. So like Ethereum's days are numbered. And you all know about XRP. So, and Tether doesn't count. So I hope Tether is not part of that calculation that takes away from Bitcoin's dominance. My point a long time ago was that no coin will be more than 3% of Bitcoin's market cap. So if you look at it by percentage, I think if I go here, well, if you just look at it by percentage, right? So I guess we can try to do the math in our heads. So right now, Ethereum's market cap is, and market cap's a bad metric, but it's what we have. Ethereum's market cap is about 15% of Bitcoin's, maybe 20%. Okay. So Ethereum's market cap is at most 20% of Bitcoin's. XRP is a joke, but its market cap is about 5% of Bitcoin. Tether doesn't count. Number 5 is the Chainlink scam. And its market cap is less than 3% of Bitcoin. And then it goes even lower. So my statement a long time ago was that in the near future, and I guess we're not there yet, no coin will be more than 3% of Bitcoin's market cap. So it doesn't really matter if the Bitcoin's market cap is like 10%, right? If all of this together was 90% of the total crypto market cap, and Bitcoin is only 10% of the total. What matters is that no other shitcoin, including Ethereum, is more than 3% versus Bitcoin. Because this number of shitcoins, right now it's a few thousand, but it could be a few million. Like, it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. Everyone is going to have their own blockchain, right? Everyone's going to have their own currency. Everyone's going to print their own money. So it doesn't matter how Bitcoin is in aggregate. What matters is Bitcoin versus number 2, versus number 3, versus number 5, because Tether stable coins shouldn't count. Because stable coins are like the US dollar or the euro or whatever they are. So that's the dominance that matters. Now, Ethereum being 15 to 20% of Bitcoin's market cap, that's, unfortunate, but that will go below 3%. I made this statement about Litecoin years ago when Litecoin was like sitting at number 2, number 3, and Litecoin was like, 10% or 5 to 10% versus Bitcoin. And I said, Litecoin will eventually fall below 3% versus Bitcoin, and it will continue to decline. The point is that Bitcoin will separate from the field, but individually, not in aggregate. Now, I would like for Bitcoin to be back to 90, 98% dominance of the field cumulatively, but that's not as important as Bitcoin being dominant versus them individually on a standalone basis. I hope that made sense. It makes sense in my head, but a lot of things in my head are very hard to, project onto the general public. And we can see it with Bcash. Bcash is like what, 2% versus Bitcoin, whatever it is. So it's 5 out of 200 is 2.5%. So they're under 2.5%. And they're not gonna move up. They can move up the rank because Bcash is probably more legitimate than Chainlink or Ripple. They can move up the rank, but the thing is, will they move up versus Bitcoin? And the answer is no, not on a long-term basis. Bitcoin is already fungible. Bitcoin has always been fungible. People don't understand the word fungible. Bitcoin is fungible. Bitcoin is not like a car. Your car is not fungible. If someone gives you, their car for your car, even if it's the same model, it's not the same car. And each car has it has a serial number that's registered to a person. So what else is not fungible? Like rocks are not fungible. Like no, a rock is not the same as another rock. Diamonds are not fungible. Like each diamond is unique. Bitcoin is fungible just like the US dollar is fungible. The US dollar, the physical dollar or the digital dollar, they are fungible. They may not be private. They might be traceable, but they are fungible. One Bitcoin is as good as any other Bitcoin. So your dollars in your pocket are fungible. Your dollar has a serial number. If I look in your wallet and I write down the serial number of your $100 bill or your euro or whatever, each bill has a serial number. Saying that Bitcoin is not fungible is equivalent to saying that paper dollars, $100 bills are not fungible. They are fungible, okay? The government can, you can be sleeping. Some government agent can sneak into your house. They can write down the serial numbers on your $100 bills. And the next time you spend those $100 bills, they will know where you spent them based on the serial number. But they are still fungible because each one will buy you the same amount of stuff. Now, if you send it to an exchange and that exchange wants to, try to trace it, they can deny you the service. But that's fine. You can just use that Bitcoin in somewhere else that doesn't stop you from using it, and then you can go back to the exchange later with other Bitcoin. It's still fungible. It's fully fungible. if Coinbase blacklists one UTXO because he touched Y address, it breaks Bitcoin fungibility. No, it doesn't. It doesn't break Bitcoin's fungibility because this is the big confusion. Because Coinbase doesn't rule the world. Just because Coinbase doesn't accept your Bitcoin doesn't mean that another company won't. So you can find, you don't like these Bitcoin? Okay, I'll go use them somewhere else. I'll send you different Bitcoin tomorrow. See here, that's what fungibility really is. No, but I didn't say that. See, this is again, confusion. It's not a priority. Like, my priority right now is not living on Mars. So my priority right now, when it comes to my money, which is called Bitcoin, my priority in Bitcoin is threefold: unconfiscatable, censorship-resistant value transfer, and hard money, no inflation. Your priorities of Bitcoin conflict with my priorities of Bitcoin. So if your priority is, micropayments, if your priority is full privacy, then you pushing your priority onto the Bitcoin blockchain endangers my priority of the current Bitcoin blockchain. Because if Bitcoin was to have those things immediately, they would screw up and they might turn into YAM that goes to zero overnight. So I really don't care what your opinion is about Bitcoin not serving your purpose. Because for the majority of the people holding Bitcoin right now, it serves their purpose really damn well. So if you have to move that Bitcoin through a few sources before you send it to Coinbase, that is your problem. Because I don't even use Coinbase. Using Coinbase is a problem. Okay? So if you don't like it, go use Yams. Go use Ripple. Go use whatever. Go use some other shitcoin that will lose you your savings. Or go get a time machine and tell Satoshi he should have put more privacy in Bitcoin. In fact, go get a time machine, go back to when they created the internet and tell those guys they should have put more privacy into the internet. Like, the problem isn't Bitcoin. The problem is you wanting to use Coinbase. You can buy my services. I'm not checking your UTXO set. In fact, once more people start using the functionality of BTC Pay server that joins coins, that helps privacy. Right. People confuse fungibility with privacy. They're not the same. They're not the same. Bitcoin doesn't have great privacy. You can improve your Bitcoin privacy by, going a little bit out of your way, but Bitcoin has fungibility. Guys, we have a lot of problems in the world, right? But fixing those problems isn't easy. Tone, at the end of the day, we need the liquidity to sell. You need the liquidity to sell your Bitcoin. Actually, you don't. You can buy things with your Bitcoin. And if exchanges don't accept your coins due to the history of those coins, that's a problem. No, that's not really a problem. That's not a problem because you can easily get around that problem. You're just lazy to do so. Does the NASDAQ to Dow ratio matter at all? I don't think so. Tech is the future. Tech has been the future. All right, guys. I'm going to take one last peek at the markets, and then we're going to call it a day. And if you want to support, please check out the affiliate page. I have a Learn Trading section, which is totally free. Haven't updated in a while. And by while, I mean like a few weeks. And also, we have on-demand videos if you want to support. And we have the functionality, like the BTC Pay server functionality, but it makes it like confusing for the user at the moment. So we got to figure out an easier way to display the joining stuff. No, I'm not going to wait till 10 a.m. I got shit to do. Though I'll glance if the 10 a.m. reversal is in the cards. No, not really. It's not the kind of chart I would be trading for 10 a.m. reversal. We're kind of slow and steady here. Bitcoin, I'm waiting for this breakout. 11.9 is now my line. And that's also right here. That's around 11.9. Yep, 11.9. So I'm looking for that break of 11.9. Ideally, not today. Ideally, next week. But we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I'm calling it a day. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.